Hello and welcome or welcome back. This is going to be the zodiac specific readings. Again, we were looking at the weekend energies coming in and we got cut off just before Pisces. Apologies for the phone. So we are going to do two things here. We're going to finish up the Pisces. Pisces is going to be first for once. Let's see what's going on for Pisces weekend energy. We had some devilish energies coming through for the collective in that reading. Looks like there's somebody, it looks like a fight over a woman first and foremost here. There's somebody attractive. It doesn't have to be a woman. It looks like a fight over love or somebody's getting in the middle of something. But this one individual is looking inviting and interesting, and somebody's winning and somebody's losing. So this could be two people trying to impress somebody and somebody making another person look bad. We've got Empress energy as well. So this, yeah, it's like showing off. Oof. And yeah, somebody is making kind of an ass of themselves. I don't know who this is yet, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune. This could be somebody coming towards you and trying to make you into some weakling in front of some people, some prospective love interests, or even your friend groups this weekend while everybody's trying to have a good time. Somebody's making it a little bit too much here. We also have the Page of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Cups. Yeah, it seems like there's some choice in love going on here. And it looks like you may be considering walking away from something, like maybe you feel that you've lost out on somebody, that some love interest here because of this struggle, or the way that things appear, or the way that something made you look, or maybe even your own actions or such and such. You've got the Magician coming out here. It says you've got all of the resources at your disposal, Pisces. So let's see, are there any final messages or clarification in regards to that? Again, with the Magician, you can conjure anything that you like out of this situation. I mean, you can't force people to fall in love with you, but you can still manifest a very powerful magnetic vibration of love and receptivity to go to the next thing with. So Pisces energy this weekend specifically. What else for Pisces? What else is it that you're manifesting? Yeah, I see that you are really interested in becoming the counterpart to this very sexy and inviting energy. You almost look like you want to have a reconciliation, coming back together with somebody. It's like that one that got away. This, who would you want to be on the desert island with? Who makes you happy? And then we did have the Empress, and you've got the Emperor coming out as well with the Strength card. Very interesting. And under the deck here, we have the Two of Cups here. And in the background, there's this depiction. It's too small on the camera to see it, but it's the depiction of the Ace of Wands card, or Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. So somebody that's got you all fired up. There's a lot of fiery energy here. There's a lot of alchemy and chemistry. And then there's that counterpart power couple energy between Empress and Emperor here, and the strength and wherewithal to stare the lion, stare your fear straight down the barrel. And to, maybe that's what this is. Maybe it isn't you losing out from or to another opponent or player or contender, but maybe you sabotaging yourself by not actually putting in the belief or the effort into something, because you're feeling like, oh, it never works out anyways, so I'm going to just stick with what I know. See what I mean? All right, Pisces. So that says to me that you might be underestimating yourself. So for the next part of this reading, I want to get these not code cards, handwritten cards for everybody. Let's again start out with Pisces and go in reverse, and then we'll have our apologies to Aries if we don't get your energy out. We also cut off Aquarius too. Let's get just a few more cards for Aquarius too. Aquarius energy, Aquarius energy. What is your devilish influence? We had Aquarius coming through with a partnership or a love situation breaking down, conflict, energy fighting. And here we have a couple facing an elder. I don't know if that's like a marriage prospect or a mediator or somebody in the middle of something. It always gives somebody's parent from that angle. And it comes out with this Five of Wands volcano. So I don't know if you have a love interest that has a an explosive family member or the background. Like it could be this elder here that is being shown as volatile and creating issues, because see, the background here is in shambles and the village is burning down and he's sleeping. It's like somebody, oh, I don't want to make it religious or political, but it's as if somebody can look at something that's completely toxic and say, but that's all right. That's just the way people are. They're just acting the way that anybody else would if they really just were, well, they're showing themselves. So it looks like somebody is standing up to this individual and it's creating some conflict in the situation because there's these old archaic or typecast views that are interfering with the relationship's ability to be connected and secure. So if this is indeed somebody's mentor or father figure or something like that, it's influenced the romantic partner and the way that their love style is influencing the relationship or the job or fill in the blank, whatever it might be for you, Aquarius. Again, you have a gesture. You may be really mad at each other in the evening, and somebody needs to approach with an apology. It's like somebody's kind of turned to stone, but somebody comes back in on the white horse with this apology over attachments, negativity, or devilish influences. It's like one of the partners was possibly ignorant or out of line with some type of thing. I'll just leave it like there, Aquarius, you know. All right, let's get back into Pisces energy. Pisces, are you a young male or are you thinking about a time when you were younger? And with those energies, possibly feeling like there was a time when you had things all set, you were uh, more energized or popular, had more friends or something. And sometimes that talks about growth, especially with yin yang coming out here. It's like, uh, don't get too caught up in nostalgia at this time. Growth has happened here. And so you may be experiencing gain after loss or some type of drought after abundance. So just know that the ebb and flow comes and goes. And so I kind of feel this is also talking about the fluctuations within your own energy, because when we saw that potential for romance, you were almost looking like you were about to sit it out, even though it was counterpart power couple energy. There's tension, exactly. You have a lot of fiery energy that's very needs release. It looks like it might have been a while for you, Pisces, and you're ready to get out on a date, get to know somebody, but there's a lot of tension, and it might be that inner tension of possibly as far as self-sabotage, but disbelief in oneself or in your appeal. And so thinking that you should wear some type of a mask or lead with all your accomplishments, but it ends up, when you wear that mask, it ends up not working out because it's a little bit too much ego and not who you are. You're not leading with who you are. You're leading with what you can give to people sometimes. So taking back your power from that could be important. This could be a Sagittarian that you're getting involved with here. They could be admiring you, or this is the person that you're admiring, but there's some belief structures that are coming in and some baggage that need just a little bit more healing, because you're acting in a way that shows you to be a little bit more timid than the situation deserves. So keep on looking for a sign for your own value, I'd say, Pisces. So the yin yang just says that you're counterbalancing your own extremities, getting yourself back into neutrality, back into your own inner essence, and back to your true north, what you used to be. You're trying to recapture something. So stay authentic and keep those fires alive and within you. All right, Aquarius. These ones were kind of in between. We have the rebel, black sheep, and workaholic coming out. So with the Aquarian energies that showed themselves with romance, you might be spending too much time at the office or at the job front, and somebody is feeling the distance. They're wanting some attention. So there's some repression. Repressed thoughts or emotions have come in to influence the situation. Somebody's been inattentive or somewhat ignorant of the situation, putting distance. And I'm not sure if this is their guilt and shame, but I think that this is triggering you with some type of old energy, and you're thinking to yourself that this is just like all the others, perhaps, and needing to really pull yourself back from that uh, um, blanket statement making. And so if somebody's in their repressed, guilty, shameful action making or retaliation, if they're in their low vibe rendition of themselves, don't succumb to their level with this copycat energy. Keep your vibe high and see if they can follow you up there. Yeah, don't know if I can keep my hands to myself has mixed blessings, but whatever it is, it could be overly sexualized energy or over flirtatious energy in some ways, but it's coming out with the block card for a reason. Like somebody needs to stop that because there's a new level demanded of this romantic engagement in order to create partnership, collaboration, safety and security, and unity within the partnership, something that can root and move beyond just friends, colleagues, professional, and the shake-up energies, move through the trust issues of trauma bonding or obsessive energies, going round and round in the same old pits and things. Shifting focus, Aquarius. How are you shifting the focus? You're defining your path and taking back the power from any type of addictions or distractions or opportunities, and considering if something is toxic or healthy for you. So good for you. That one felt pretty intense. Capricorn, what's Capricorn dealing with this weekend? Capricorn energy. It looked like you were looking at something that looked very abundant. Somebody caught your eye, but you needed a little bit of something to draw you out from your habit patterns. There's a soulmate. So the soulmate's really tantalizing your senses and drawing you away from your typical focus and bringing your attention front and center. Somebody's captured or fascinated your energy. How beautiful it is for you to remain silent when another anticipates your rage. So somebody's rage baiting or manipulating and trying to make somebody seem a certain way. And I think that this is that feminine perhaps individual that was shown as the cow in the other reading that was like, oh, well, that person can match my energy. Look at them having so much wherewithal that they don't need to bite back. You're inspired by this individual who's sticking up for themselves and speaking extreme truth and abundance. And you're kind of feeling something like somebody's bringing something up and you haven't told them yet, but you're consider walking away from something, that liberating yourself from something, perhaps with the Scorpio full moon that we just had at the time of this recording, or the next full moon or previous full moon from whenever you're watching this video, walking away from something that was triggering you with codependency, some type of jealousy, possessiveness, power control dynamics, and insecurities. And you're getting out of that vibe and starting to get back into an energy that's more enjoyable with somebody whose voice really strikes a chord with you. And it's somebody that you knew from perhaps a different time that you had extreme chemistry with, but there was some inner conflict keeping you guys from having this new beginning at that time. Maybe they or yourself were rebel black sheep energy, feeling like not equal to the task, but you're both looking for somebody who, or at least yourself, you're needing a partner to be stable, a best friend, lover's partner, and earth compared to this jealous power and control issues. Somebody who's a brick shit house that can stand the test of time, but also is unique and fascinating, and somebody who explores and expresses their own unique individuality, a very much individual and a leader. So you're cutting cords and releasing and watching somebody else as they cut their own business in half in right in front of you, and it looks good on them. So I know I'm going to run out of some time here. So let's see. Sagittarius, what's up with Sag? Sagittarius. Something about this weekend for you. Power couple coming out. Interesting. So you also have yin yang, balancing, counterbalancing energies with Aries energy, 2 fire signs, a lot of momentum, drive, and speed with this. I, J, K, or L may be important initials of perhaps a young male. I'm getting Jake, Justin, Jamal, Isaac, Ken, Kristen, Jesse, Laura, Lisa, and I'm getting some type of a name with like a La something. It could be so much like Lamar, or there's so many. Low vibe entities, lower attachments coming in here though. So this could even be, I'm getting even like a young male, a young child, perhaps somebody in their masculine energies, in their lower energies here, trying to influence or interfere in a power couple. They may be the Aries here coming in the power couple, because I'm getting that you, Sagittarius, may have somebody more like a Gemini. That would be your counterbalance specifically. So what else for Sag to explain what we're looking at here? There's a lot of controversy energy in the pre-messages. Romantic adventure is looming, but then there's father issues. Yes, so somebody here may have a young child, but they can't really, they need to balance family and romantic adventure here. So there's some type of interrupting influence. Somebody wants to impress somebody else. Scared of commitment. So yeah, previously there may have been some fears that are coming through, and like somebody wants to show you that now they feel safe to be themselves, especially around you. previously there was some self-sabotage and negative mindset going on related to these father issues or their role as a parent or something like that. But they're ready to make a new start. They don't want to lose themselves in any old wounding or narratives like they have in the past. They are ready to step into their full power with you. Scorpio. Scorpio, are you also working a little bit too hard? It comes out with workaholic, but taking a chance. So I don't know if you're actually, it kind of gives also that you're taking a chance to work hard on something and bring something through to its completion here fully. You're healing, yes, healing something that has held you back from bringing something to a close. I don't know if it has to do with somebody who wounded you in the past with dark features, eyes, hair, or complexion. And it could even be, I'm getting something about race or genetics or heritage, healing something here to take a chance on this glow up energy. You're no longer being held down by some type of stereotypical or, you know, born into some type of situation, old dramas or something like that to influence you the same way it did in the past. So yeah, with that, it could be to do with different groups, different vibes, mood swings and dramas. You don't want to be involved in this anymore, but it looks like you're taking a chance to put in that final push of energy to see if you can bring something through back together, standing firm in your authority, wisdom, intuition, and creating sacred space and protecting something that deserves to be protected and staying lucid in the moment, no longer being cast upon the breeze. You know what you want and what you're here to manifest. Libra energy. What is our Libra energy for the weekend? Return and reunion for you. Something coming back around. You are so hot, really. Somebody. Addiction and self-medication, though. So this could be somebody coming back around because you're looking really good, but they're still caught up in their old ways or whatever it is that kind of plagues them, such as father issues, fear of accomplishment, lack thereof, needing success, workaholism, or feeling that they have to mask or hide their emotional depths or something like that. I'm not sure what this is, but soul retrieval tells me that somebody is gathering back the insights necessary to hopefully heal that father issue, to become clear about the way that they've been coping with this wound or issue, and hopefully cooling themselves down in this way. All right, what else for Libra? Let's get into Libra energy. Libra. Romantic adventure with chemistry. Somebody you have a lot of chemistry with, thinks you're really hot, wants to go on this romantic adventure, but there's still this old trauma bond coming up. Regrets, I'm sorry. Somebody regrets that that's the way things went. The romantic adventure is technically in the reverse. Yeah, you're going to get an invitation that you might turn down. True North. You feel like something else is your destiny. A power couple here, and somebody who feels like home. Could be somebody with the initials E, F, G, or H. I'm getting Eric, Fernando, Georgia. Not too much coming through. Heather. Sending a message 44, 44. Get out of hermitage for a change. Interesting. I feel like that got kind of hijacked by somebody else at the beginning, but that is just a lesson to show up to help you to define what it is that you want and what kind of thing unlocks your power and supports your powerful expression. Let's get back to Virgo. You had this little romance budding, I believe, but you do have some trust issues, whether you don't trust your own self or don't trust the individual or have had bad experiences. Watch your mind, though. A negative mindset could create these things. So mind your mind, guard your tongue, whatever you say about yourself or others. Thoughts become your realities. Your ancestors are sending you clues, signs, and synchronicities to help you to awaken to what you're invoking and how this needs to shift for you, because you're looking to bring something into your future. And somebody here has sparked your interest, but there's an instant attraction. You could have been attracted to this person all along, but then feelings are growing. Virgo, third eye chakra. You have an intuitive hit. I think it's meeting the eyes and knowing what somebody is feeling, thinking. Falling for you hard. Somebody's falling for you, I feel. You look a lot different. You seem a lot different. You are shining brighter. You've had some type of growth process where you're really radiating and expressing yourself in a more forward manner, expressing yourself. And yeah, you're an interesting individual. They like what you have to say. They think you're clever and funny, and they love the deep conversations that can offer. Timeline jump, quantum leap. Interesting. So yeah, you're not who you used to be. You've had some type of activation and now you're light years ahead of where you were. And you may have some Aquarius parts in your chart creating this aversion, this urge to retreat because of fear of rejection or abandonment perhaps, or even feeling that there is some type of neglect or lack of practice in something. You also get E, F, G, and H. Patience, not yet. You've got some demons to slay, but there's a wake-up call here. There's an awakening of your feelings, an awakening of what it is that is breeding this sense of distrust or feeling of vulnerability and addressing it right at the root, Virgo. So good job, and take good care of yourself, because we also have meditation brings solutions. So yeah, take your time to digest. Leo had some challenging energies earlier. Give and take, sharing, overcompensation, inequality, win and lose. Yeah, there's an argument here. Try really I feel you're trying really hard not to overdo something, but I feel like somebody's coming at it trying to press all of their points, and somebody else is being told that, yeah, all of your points are true, but it doesn't matter type of a thing. Somebody's being really obstinate, like a total ass about something. They're not giving and taking. And so you're wondering how much more of this you can take. Is it medicine? Is it poison? And you're redefining your path. It's too distracting to deal with people that don't have time to be accountable for the impact of their emotions and energies. And you have better shit to do. Opening up, revelation, emergence. You're revealing the way that you feel about somebody's selfish chatter and obstinate nature. Yeah, you may be younger than them, and this may be part of the energy here. Sending a message, though. Yeah, okay. So opening up, revealing something, sending a message, communicating something about needing somebody to either put up or shut up type of a thing, because you're getting bored of this. Somebody has mother issues, so they didn't feel nurtured or loved or held or something like that. And so they're not used to giving and receiving. They're used to taking or demanding. There's a sense of stomping around in immaturity here. Could be dealings with your child. But it's time to break this old cycle and heal the mother wound within you. You don't need somebody to put you in your place, and you don't need to put them in theirs. That's all this deceptive mother issue energy here. Aquarius coming through. You're clearing the air about that. You want a deeper conversation about this. You may want to meet up and talk about some of the real concerns that you've had. You're willing to put in the patience to resolve this inner conflict, but something's got to be lit up and brought into the light, because you're not dealing with it anymore. You put in your time. So, all right, I think that Cancer, you might be the last one here, and then we'll have to get back into the last 3 signs. So Cancer for the weekend. What is up for Cancer? Building confidence, working on yourself. Yeah, as you stick up for somebody else, you're kind of sticking up for your own inner child here. And it feels like something is really opening you up. It feels like you've been kind of dulled or desensitized to something, and you're getting lit back up and just delighted over some drama. I feel, yeah, Neptune, there's some type of deception that's needing to be addressed, and I feel like that's why you're finally like you're feeling like that this is finally getting addressed. Okay, Cancer this weekend. But okay, overthinking, stress, and nerves can be counterbalanced by enlightening yourself, healing with humor, play, or joy, because you're a Heyoka empath and you're reflecting all kinds of drama and toxicity. And it kind of can feel good to us in certain states. It can raise us out of boredom. But yeah, you're looking at how to produce how to listen to the synchronicities to follow the divine as it intervenes into a situation, and you're helping to reflect with this emotional capacity that you have, taking a chance to set some type of selfishness back into proper balanced exchange, honoring and holding space for reciprocal emotional energies. I feel like Cancer and Leo are dealing with each other. You're helping each other to get back into the right lanes, dealing with your own stuff, breaking a pattern apart, and getting back into the heart space so that everybody can feel better. QRST, self-care, getting Sam, Rebecca, Tim. All right, let's we're gonna get cut off. Let's leave that there, and we'll do the last 3 signs in the next reading. And take good care of yourselves, all of my signs, if you made it all the way through. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know in the comments what you think about this reading, or which ones are your favorites. So take good care and catch the next readings.